So why do they say the cos theta value equals to the x coordinate value and the sine theta is y coordinate value? We know the concept, but a little bit of clarification will give you a clear idea on what it is. So we have a unit circle, obviously a radius of 1. So carefully observe one thing. This sine theta function or cos theta function are coming out of a triangle. But what is a triangle is doing with a unit circle? I'll tell you that. So a right angle triangle has an opposite side and adjacent side with respect to your input angle right here. And sine theta function designed with respect to the ratio to opposite to hypotenuse. I'm gonna keep hypotenuse as 1. That's why my sine theta become opposite side. Similarly for cos, adjacent side. Because my height is 1 right here. Same thing will be happening inside the unit circle. Imagine you want to know a detail about any point over this circumference. Let's say, let me take a point like somewhere here. I want to know the x and y coordinate of this point. That's the detail, right? Now let me draw this radius that's passing through this point. Now I can draw this perpendicular to the y-axis, which is actually my y value. See, this length is nothing but this length, which is gonna give me my y-axis value, and the horizontal, which is my x value. So literally imagine you got the point with the analyzation of this right angle triangle, which is located inside this unit circle. If you see a unit circle and a right angle triangle, you guys can make use of this sine and cosine function. They're going to literally give you the opposite and adjacent length of the triangle. But what we need x and y coordinates. This opposite length is nothing but your y-axis value, your adjacent is nothing but x-axis. That's it, you got the solution right here. But still, let's discuss a little bit more. Since your hypotenuse, which is your r, which is 1, that's why sine theta is directly proportional to opposite, cos theta is directly proportional to adjacent. If you can able to find this input angle somewhere like 45 and substitute inside this function, and whatever the value you get for this value, which is your opposite length or your y-axis value. That's why they say cos means x coordinate, y means sine means y coordinate, sorry. So that's it, that's the theory. You just needed to relate to everything that you're learning from now. You might went through the functions first and later this unit circle. Now you're relating all of them to understand how and why they exist to perform these actual operations.